week tio e dafaic j as dulhero oikthlayan lao et fawit gu haged flip. Sorry everyone, we are again hyper today, as British Railway version 1.4 released, and I am excited as you are now. Let's see what's included in this update. Here is the train I was obsessed with in this update, and it is the Class 230. Luckily, it was cheap, and I had enough credits to buy, so I bought it. Let's drive. We are now at the upgraded Preston Junction, but we will get to that later. I can see a third rail track. Could this mean there is a chance that third rail will come in 1.5? Now it's time to see some more trains. Unfortunately, I don't own these trains, so I have to go into preview mode to show you. We begin with the Class 756. I have to say, it looks fantastically detailed. I know it was in the earlier update, but I want to show you. This is the Class 322. It used to operate on Northern. It looks very nice indeed. Here we have the Class 745. It looks amazing. I love the red styles. Here is the Class 180. I like the train bogies, they are very well detailed. I like this Barbie First Great Western livery. And finally, the Class 150. I like the style of the train, and it is fantastic and stunning. Here is the Police Class 47. Nay nor nay nu, it is wonderful. Here is the upgraded Class 156. I like it. It is great. Here we have a new livery, it is Merseyrail yellow. It is a Class 1 for 2 pacer. Oh, and speaking of the pacers, they have received both an upgrade and facelift. Let's have a look at it. Did you know, the Class 1 for 2 is the only free train in British Railway? And look at this! The Pacers finally have a bifold door version, but the doors close fast, but on the normal version, it is normal, and has a great animation. Here we have a London North Western Railway Class 230. Now don't get me wrong, personally, I sometimes like to say that it is a London North Western livery, I don't know why. Bonus, let's listen to the sounds of the Class 171. Now with the rolling stock out of the way, let's move on to the stations, upgraded and a new extension. Here we have the upgraded Lee Tunnel. It looks better than the previous version. It's now based on Reading Station, which is nice. And also, the station now looks very modern, and when I went into free cam, the old tunnels beneath the ground were removed. Here is the old entrance to Lee Tun. It is now shut. However, they could have put a sign saying, "This entrance is now shut. Please use the new Lee Tun train station to the left," and direct players to use the new entrance. Here is the upgraded Bawtry Road. It finally has a passing track in the middle. Me and Wolf Gaming thought it was going to be a new extension, but it turns out it is the upgraded Bawtry Road. By the way, subscribe to him and me. And also, the station looks stunning, but cannot fit more than 6 car trains. I have a 7-car Class 171, and cannot fit the platform. And also, Wolf Gaming, you are right, it is a Class 171 at the sidings. The Class 170 has an ex-Southern livery, but I give him a shout out. Something interesting in this update is almost every train in the game have 4th rail logos. I didn't know that Freston Junction received an upgrade. It looks cool, it now resembles Finsbury Park Station. Ooh, I like those 2 posters. The fruit with a drink carton milk, and the burger and fries that says the best burger in town. Honestly, I like cheeseburger with chicken patty, no beef, and melted cheese, and fries with seasoning. Okay, I am hungry. Well, that was fun, but here is a new station called Palmer's Way, and it replaced St. James Park. It's a bit sad to see St. James Park lose its life. The scenery around Fortis Green has received some improvements. However, according to my system, the station hasn't been upgraded that much, but a little bit. By the way, it looks cool. Just outside the entrance, the moving vehicles are very nice to watch. And look at this lovely neighborhood path with connections to some houses. It looks nice. However, what I like about this station is the villages nearby, the blue boards, the blue benches, the blue shelters, etc. I like how the station is long, as it can fit a 12-car train like a Class 745. Henley Park has received an upgrade. It looks good. Let's not forget Elm Tree House. And has canal boats moving. It is Maxwell the cat. This cat goes viral. I hope it is not the Maxwell that destroyed the station. Please don't tell me that cats destroy stations. This is Arkley. It is on the Fair branch. The station looks peaceful with a village nearby, sort of. This is Roseberry Park. I love the surrounding trees. I will drive a Class 230 on Transport for Wales livery on the Fair branch when I own those two someday. Welcome to Eldford Station. It gives me Westercoast vibes from SCR, as the station is similar to it. But however, it looks amazing and detailed. Here we have Fair Station. It looks cool, nice, great and good. No, it's not based of Penzance Station, as Penzance has for platforms. Fun fact, Penzance is in Cornwall. Okay. Now it's time to check out the new extension. The first stop is Saltcombe. It is a very good looking station. It is based of Dawlish Railway Station. In the background is the working vehicles and boats, which we will get to later. Here is the last station of the extension, and it is Bryn Mawr. It looks wonderful. Inside the concourse is a Jam First Cafe, the ticket areas, and a knockoff W.H. Smith, which is rebranded as W.H. Shush. How crazy! Also, we can see, opposite us, is a platform shut and having rusty brown tracks. If it was opened, it would increase capacity. And it doesn't connect to any other tracks. Merion has received a facelift. The blue stairs are blue-tastic. Even the blue cars. But I want to show you something at Merion Sidings. The Class 158 has been removed from the sidings, and now, for memories, the old Class 1 for 2 Pacer is now here. How cool! This was the Pacer before 1.4. Unfortunately, you can't go inside, but it is still a good choice to keep the old 1 for 2 for memories. This is on the Victoria Harbour branch. I might upload a series of random things on trains and the network. We are at Norrington. As something new has been added. This is not a feature, but it is a part of the station. A new bridge to the new platforms at Norrington. Yes. You heard me right. Platforms 5 and 6 have been added to Norrington Station. This is the best, as it increases capacity. The best part of platforms 5 and 6 is the lampposts. It is great to have them, so you can see in the dark. Back at Lee Tun, I saw a knockoff 5 Guys, which is 5 devs. And a statue of Manta, a cat, died in the 5th of May, 2025. How sad. Pay your respects everyone, please. This is the upgraded Bellman Green. It certainly looks way better. Amazing! Let me just do a similarity sound. Belmont. Belmont. However, it is quite sad to say this, as Woodham Station has been removed from version 1.4. It is quite a shame because I loved the villages surrounding it. It's now abandoned, but not forgotten. Here is the last station I am visiting in this video, and it is Mill Bridge. It looks well detailed. Jolly good job. I know I missed some stations, but I don't have access to spawn there. I like how they put the Class 158 in the sidings opposite us and the Platform 0. It is about to turn 5 o'clock. Let's see it change. It's 5 o'clock. Our next category is the features. Let's look. The first feature is now passengers are now holding items, like phones, umbrellas, and drinks. Next feature is the brand new overhead line equipment. Fantastic! Third, we have working boats, cars, vans, and trucks. Please don't ask who are these green mans, and please don't ask why, I have no answer. But anyways, fourth, we have the windows. Finally, we have working ticket machines. The game now feels alive with these features. Our final category of this video is the new UIs. Let's take a look. Here is the new driver UI, which looks nice. The stations you stop at and the throttles have received a massive facelift, which is good. The guard UI has also updated. Unfortunately, I can't show you the new menu, as the round things with the rings are not the best. That's the only thing I dislike about this update. If you like, you can pause to read the tutorial of ticket checking. Anyways, this is the end of this long video. Please subscribe to see more videos on this channel. Until then, have a good day, thanks for watching, good luck to everyone, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.